So I'm assuming you're watching this video because you're a beginner at Tetris and you want to get better at stacking, and you've watched a few videos on YouTube on how to stack flat, perhaps some from like Ors or maybe Bez or some other YouTuber. And yeah, those are all pretty great YouTubers. I do like them all. They've helped me learn how to stack flat, I'd say. All very helpful channel. But one thing I noticed they don't do as much is specifically how to stack flat, because they just say, oh, just stack flat. All it means to stack flat is to have a flat board like this. Flat board, flat stack, flat board, flat stack. And you might be wondering, okay, that's cool and all, but like every time I stack, my stack becomes all bumpy and messy, like this. Oh, my stack. This stack sucks so much. How can I fix it? Alright, so first off, T-pieces. T-pieces are a funny piece. Let's say I want to stack this column. I just want to make a little stack inside this 3-wide column. And I have a T-piece as my first piece. This already sucks, because I can't put an O piece down without making a hole. I cannot place an L or a J piece down without making a hole. And while I can place an S piece or a Z piece, I can't do it without creating an I dependency right here. And even after I have the I dependency, look, now I have this really bad staircase shape. Staircases are bad. You don't want staircases. I literally have to resolve it with another T. Now the stack is a little more manageable. Although to be honest, also kind of not at the same time. But whatever. I've like cheated my way back to flat stacking. Let's try that again. I actually don't know how to 4-wide, but that's besides the point. My point is that T's kind of fuck up your stack. You might see T's as the piece that like saves your stack from stairs or T-shaped holes, such as this one. And you might think, oh, T's are great. Look at them. Saving my stack. And let me tell ya, stairs appear much more often, or even T-shaped holes in general. They appear much more often when your stack has an odd number of T's in it. So what does that mean? Let's say I'm stacking 6, 3, and I'm just going to ignore this column for now. Let's put an odd number of T's in the stack. And let's start trying to stack. I'm going to remove this T because I want to keep an odd number in the stack. Something about the stacking is already harder, at least for me. I fucked it up. Okay, honestly, I might just be having a skill issue more. But look, it was very easy to make these stairs. It was way too easy. Stairs are still here. And even if I can cheat myself a Z piece. Oh my gosh. T-shaped hole is here. And also this weird column on the side. Well, that's because I placed the 2 O pieces there because I'm bad. But T-shaped hole is still here. It's not great. I don't like it. And I would be much more comfortable if there were another T on the stack. And the thing about it is, magically, stacking just kind of becomes much easier. Like, look at that. I'm stacking all the way to the top. No problem now. And that's a funny thing about T's. T's sort of mess up your stack just as much as they can fix it. And so you really want to make sure you have like an odd number of T pieces in your sorry, no, an even number of T pieces in your stack. That's really important, and I think a lot of people sort of overlook it. Sorry, I'm just wasting time. But yeah, having an even number of T's in your stack is really nice. So if you find yourself just placing down a T piece like this, place another one down as soon as you can, and just save yourself some trouble. And if you place down a T, let's say I didn't have this T here. Let's say you place down your T, and the next T isn't coming for a while. Literally just try and survive as much as you can. Just try to survive as far as you can. Okay, this stack already kind of sucks because I'm bad at stacking. But my point is that T's sort of fuck up your stack. Alright, next thing I want to talk about was making these weird staircase holes. Like, let's say I receive some garbage. I'm gonna make it blocked garbage for now. That way I can reveal where the hole is later. And let's say I have this sort of shape on my board, and I place a Z piece here. Not yet. Okay, now let's say the garbage hole, happened to be here. This is really bad, and for a few reasons. Not just because I have 3 whole pieces up here, but also because this is a bit of a weird dependency, and at the same time not a dependency. Like, let's say I were to start stacking, just trying to get down and access the cheese. I am so bad at this game. Wow. This little nub here is really annoying to get rid of, because if I had this here, if I had this little part uncovered here, it would be mostly okay, because I could place an L piece in here, and then, okay, garbage hole is open, that wasn't too bad. But if I didn't have that, like if I had something like this instead, I can't place another Z piece here, because I would just be back to where I started. Look, I have the same nub here, and a staircase leading down. Heck, even something as small as this is even considered a staircase. And what's even worse is that it's leading to the edge. Staircases are mostly fine, except when they're leading to some sort of edge. Like if I had this here, now I have staircase leading down to this edge. That's also bad. And once again, staircase leading down to here is bad. Let's put this back. So instead of a Z piece, I will literally have an I/T dependency. I can do this, open up the garbage hole, or I can place this T here, open up the garbage hole. And sure, whatever. Placing the T piece is certainly a better decision because it allowed me to reach my garbage hole earlier. But it was still kind of an annoying dependency, and later on when you learn how to T-spin, you'll feel bad for wasting T. Not that there's anything wrong with wasting T. I think wasting T is perfectly okay if it means keeping your stack in a better shape. Getting carried away. But yeah, these staircases are really bad. And like, let's say I didn't have the garbage here. Let's say I was like stacking and whatever, doing this sort of stack. This is also staircase leading down to my column. Bad, very bad. In fact, one thing I'll notice the pros doing is like, let's say I split my stack up into like this much here. I already have made this. I didn't even try to make it. I already made it by accident. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to immediately waste an I and place it here. And you'd think, oh, okay, that's kind of a waste. You just wasted your eyepiece. Eyepiece is really nice. You shouldn't have wasted it. But it was much more worth it to waste it, because if I didn't have the eyepiece there and garbage came down this column, that would be very bad, because it'd be quite hard to get rid of. And while I could place an eyepiece in the time that I need it rather than right now, it's not a good idea to sort of just hope a piece is going to show up because you need it. The Tetris gods don't approve of that. They won't give you a piece just because you need it so badly. They'll never do that. But yeah, just relying on luck is not a good practice. So even though it's a waste of an eye, I see players like CZ just immediately wasting their eye to fix this sort of thing. And I think that's really important, because it honestly just helps you have a cleaner board and gives you a much easier time on the down stack. So that's all I wanted to talk about. Thanks for watching.